Okay, so I'm got some what they call show blacks, um, which I know sounds weird, especially if you're black, right? But basically, when you're working events, a lot of times they want you to wear all black attire, and because my weight has been fluctuating up and down, I probably have button-down black shirts in in all kinds of sizes. But I realized that getting ready for events in 2026, that I needed to get some new black shirts. And it fits me well. But anyway, I just wanted to also add to what I was saying earlier about people telling you who they are. This one particular person that is top of mind as it relates to what I'm talking about would very, I wouldn't say too frequently, but every once in a while they would be like, wow, I was really mean to so-and-so. I need to do better. Or they would catch themselves and admit out loud that they were mean to someone that was close to them. And then on top of that, they would also do some things to that person that I would think, wow, I'm glad that they don't treat me that way. And certain behaviors that in my mind I was thinking, if they treated me that way, that's not somebody who I would want to spend time with, because that just wouldn't work for me. And then on top of that, let me pause. Then on top of that, I also noticed that they would be very, very argumentative with somebody else that they have a close relationship with. And again, I was thinking to myself, wow, I'm so glad that this person doesn't treat me that way. So, and that we don't, because I would not be around somebody who was constantly like being argumentative and snapping at me and all the things. Point is that it's not just people who tell you who they are and show you who they are. Also, I would say the moral to this story is also look at how they treat the people closest to them, because sometimes that can also be a clue about how they will treat you when they're comfortable with you as well, and what they expect your behavior to be, and the type of people that they like to be around. And I realized that I am not that at all. Like, I am not going to be, at your beck and call at the last minute. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, fine. You want to do last minute stuff, whatever. But then when I don't want to do stuff at the last minute, it seems like, oh, fine, you don't want to do something with me. I will go and basically treat you like shit because you're just not available at my beck and call. Like, that also was like, no, I see that you treat some people close to you that way, but that's not actually going to work for me either. So, and this is the second shirt that I got. I don't like this one as much because it seems like it's, you see the wrinkles there, and I hate ironing, just like I don't like cooking. Like, there's certain things that I don't like to do. And so I'm not sure that this one is going to be a winner, but the first shirt that I had on was better. Even though this one is nice, it has a nice stretch to it as well, but this one seems like it's going to wrinkle more. But anyway, the other thing that I wanted to say is that I don't want to make it seem like I am a stage 5 clinger type of person. Like, I can definitely make my own plans and do my own things. With this person, what would tend to happen is that we would spend so much time together, and then it seemed like, okay, now I'm waiting for this person to make plans and all the things because we were spending so much time together. And then when I try to make my own plans and do my own things, they would give me a guilt trip, like, oh, how come you didn't include me in that or invite me. And it's so confusing to me about the behavior. And like I said, it's like, well, I'm not disposable, and I'm not only disposable, but I'm also just not going to sit around being at your disposal either. And so neither one of those things work for me. Is I'm not at your disposal, meaning I'm just sitting around waiting for you to let me know when you're ready to do something. And then on top of that, when you are involved in other things that don't include me or shouldn't include me or don't include me, whatever, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't even care what you're doing. I don't care what's going on with you. I don't care at all. Like, I don't even care about staying in touch with you, pretty much. It's just like you're completely disposable or I'm completely disposable. To me, it was just confusing of like, okay, now I'm trying to make my own plan, but now you're trying to make me feel guilty for making my own plan. Like, confusing. And so anyways, I don't deal with confusion. I don't live in confusion. And I don't want relationships that keep me in a state of confusion either. So again, when people tell you who they are, and this person many times has said, basically alluded to the fact that they're mean and that they're unkind, impatient, like a lot of things that I did not see in their behavior towards me in the beginning. They were extremely respectful, and I enjoyed their company, and I enjoyed being around them, and I enjoyed our time together. And like I said, the more comfortable they got, or the more time we spent together, the more it was like, oh, wait a minute. This person is trying to treat me like they treat other people. I don't think that that's going to work for me. No, I know it's not going to work for me. So needless to say, I haven't hung around this person in a long time, and I'm not sure that we will ever have a repair and be as close as we were, just because I don't know that this person even has an idea that they I don't know. And on top of that, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to move on. And, because I don't think they have an awareness, or that I don't think that they do anything wrong or anything like this. And the point is, it just doesn't work for me. Anyway, show blacks. That sounds so weird, right? But that's what they call it. I got my show blacks. Not in love with this Fashion Nova shirt, but the one I had on earlier, I like better. If I'm rambling, or if I was rambling, the point is watch how people treat the people that they're closest to, and the people that are going to quote unquote love them unconditionally. Watch that as well, because sometimes that'll give you a clue as to what's going to happen when they get comfortable with you. The further point is that I would say that sometimes people have a nice persona and a giving persona in front of the world. They wear a mask to try to show or demonstrate that they're nice. But the people who know them and are closest to them know the real them. And so that is also the point, is that sometimes watch how they treat the people they're closest to. Don't get me wrong, though. This person has been, in the beginning, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Completely kind, generous, loving, all the things. But I need consistency also. And, walking on eggshells, not sure which version of this person you're going to get, this also doesn't work for me. And so flip-flopping moods, moodiness, constant irritations, all the things is just like, man, this is just not working for me. I'm a happy person, and I need happy people around me, and people who are going to treat me with respect and talk to me consistently in a kind fashion. And, I would say that probably 70 to 80% of the time, this person has been very respectful, especially if there were times where I needed to say something. But at the same time, I felt like if I did say something, that was also a source of irritation for them. And then some of that disposable behavior would happen. So anyway, I just need consistency. And, this person will often say, I'm not passive aggressive like that. And their behavior is totally passive aggressive. And so all of that is like, I'm 56 years old and I am at the point in life where I deserve better, and I will walk away from anything that doesn't feel good to me. And I think I've said it before. I have walked away from and spent, and it's the holiday season and all the things. I've spent many holidays with friends or away from family. I've walked away from family. I've done all the things. And so you cannot scare me with loneliness. Like there's some times where it's like, oh shit, if I have an emergency, I need to still make sure that I don't walk away from everybody and everything. But at the same time, it's like, no matter what, I need to be treated well. And I love myself, and I need to be loved in a way that is consistent, and that that I don't have to call somebody out on their behavior to ensure that they treat me in a way that is respectful. And I just mentioned the whole family thing just because there have been people that I have been extremely close to, that I call family, that I haven't spoken to in years. And I say that to say that if I can walk away from people that I'm that close to, I will walk away from you two or anybody else. And I have spent many holidays alone. I spent time in the hospital alone, by myself, completely, pressing that call button for the nurse. I've done it all. And the point is that I am never, I don't want to say never, but I will not abandon myself just to be in relationship with anyone. And I mean anyone. And, in the clip that I played in the video that I posted earlier today with Oprah and Maya Angelou talking, they were saying, when people tell you they're crazy, believe them. So I just want to also add that in my history, I've been crazy enough to actually, at the age of 35, walk away from a job where I was a chief executive in a music publishing company. I was a chief financial officer, and I walked away from a $200,000 a year salary. And so I am crazy enough to walk away from anything. I wasn't that way for a long time, and I stayed in relationships and situations for too long for the early part of my life. But once I started learning to walk away, I will walk away from just about anything. It's not always easy, but just know that, like Oprah and Maya Angelou were saying, when people tell you who they are, believe them. And that's something that you should believe about me, is that I will walk the fuck away.